Welcome back to the virtual 69th Annual Florida Folk Festival. You know, the Hot Pepper Steppers are from Tallahassee, and they perform Appalachian-style clogging to old-time string band music, and they performed at the Florida Folk Festival for over 30 years. Many of the young people in this group have come up right here at the festival, and they love dancing to the music of the Runaway Biscuits. And they look forward, just as all the rest of us do, to being back here with our Florida folk family once again next year. Sit back and enjoy the Hot Pepper Steppers.
It's kind of hard to tell, but how many people fish? They go out, there you go. I mean, I'm not talking about in the stream, I'm talking about going out in the Gulf, you know. If you come into the Venice Inlet, this would be the North Inlet, where the fish camp is. You know what I'm talking about? If you come straight in, there's an island right in front of you. That island is called Snake Island. But it's usually called Beer Can Island when I was a kid. For obvious reasons. Because you can actually basically walk out there with a whole cooler full of beer and you can hang out there all day long, you know? But if you look to your left, there's a place called Casey Key. Casey Key was named after a fellow by the name of Captain John Casey. And Captain John Casey was a veteran of the Mexican-American War, the Texas Independence War, as you call it. And he had contracted tuberculosis, so he came here to get well. And he went to Fort Brooke, which is Tampa. And when we got better, he mapped from Fort Brooke down to Fort Myers. And in doing so, he got to know the Native Americans quite well. And they liked him because he never lied. He was an honest man, a very honest man. And honest men were very hard to come by those days, because the Native Americans would do their best, or the Seminole they would do their best to try to make amends with the white man, and they would always break their promises. But he single-handedly, him and a bunch of other people, brought an end to the Third Seminole War. So this is a song. It's called "An Honest Man." It was a time of unrest, and everyone did their best to live their lives and do what was right. But the whites pushed further south, driving the Seminole out. It was a matter of time until they'd stopped the fight. Captain Casey was carried ashore with his body torn. Tuberculosis was the disease, but he fought through it all, and he answered the nation's call. To the Seminole, he was a friend indeed. Well, he was an honest man living in a troubled land. Everyone knew his word was his bond. A good man is hard to find. Casey never told a lie. With this song, his story lives on. The Billy Bowlegs had had enough. He attacked the homes on the Gulf, trying to drive the white man away. Casey and some men, well, they talked old Billy in. Then Sarasota could breathe again. Well, he was an honest man living in a troubled land. And everyone knew his word was his bond. A good man is hard to find. Casey never told a lie. With this song, his story lives on. Casey's orders were plain: move the Seminole west. Sadly, he did what he was told. And on the 4th of May, well, the gray clouds sailed away with Chief Billy Bowlegs aboard. Well, he was an honest man living in a troubled land. Everyone knew his word was his bond. A good man is hard to find. Casey never told a lie. With this song, his story lives on. Now it was on a Christmas day in 1856. Casey's life slipped away, and all that he'd done was lost to the sands of time, with only a key to bear his name. Well, he was an honest man living in a troubled land. Everyone knew his word was his bond. A good man is hard to find. Casey never told a lie. With With this song, his story lives on. With this song, his story lives on. With this song, Casey lives on.
One, two, three. Well, 100 years from now, I won't be crying. 100 years from now, I won't be crying. Well, my heart will have forgotten. You broke every now. I won't care 100 years from now. Well, seems like only yesterday you told me you couldn't live without my love somehow. Now that you're with another, it breaks my heart somehow. I won't care 100 years from now. Well, 100 years from now, I won't be crying. 100 years from now, I won't be blue. Well, my heart will have forgotten. You broke every vow. I won't care 100 years from now. Well, do you recall the night sweetheart you promised? Another's kiss you never would allow. That's all in the past, dear. It didn't seem to last. I won't care 100 years from now. Well, 100 years from now, I won't be crying. 100 years from now, I won't be blue. Well, my heart will have forgotten. You broke every vow. I won't care 100 years from now. Well, 100 years from now, I won't be crying. 100 years from now, I won't be blue. My heart will have forgotten. You broke every vow. I won't care 100 years from now.
Waiting for the sun to rise, hating to say goodbye, anticipating till I see you again, contemplating where the time will go, the seasons will pass and flow, but I know I'll see you again. Vanish moss in the trees, under the cypress leaves. Spirit of the Swanee beckons me. Bats fly in the night as we dance by the pale moonlight, and the magic will be happening again. I fell for your years ago. Time's past, but my love still flows, my friend. I'll never leave your side. Listen to the morning breeze, feel the sun on your cheeks, say the light surrounding you. whiskey. We drink all night, my flask is empty. It's time to say goodnight, but it's morning, and we haven't slept a wink. The fire is burning low, the ashes faintly glow, and the sunshine comes screaming through the oaks. Shine on through the night, you know it'll be alright, till the springtime calls us back. And though you're far away, I'll think of you each day, and then the magic will be happening again. And then the magic will be happening again.
This time with us, we're going to do, I think, one more tune we might have time for. And we'll be around this weekend. Bob Murphy on fiddle here, Matthew Soundtell on guitar, Caitlin Murphy on bass and jawbone, and Greg Allen on my name.
I stopped off at a truck stop just west of Tallytown. Been a long, hard day of driving, and it's time to shut her down. Get some food into my belly, couple of beers to wash it down. As I stepped into that truck stop, I hear a band on the patio. found that I was listening more with my heart than with my ears. Beneath that Florida moon, shining bright up in the sky, feeling oh so lonesome and feeling oh so blue. I think of all those good times, wonder why they let me down. It's leaving me so lonesome and leaving me so blue. Spending my life out on that highway, pushing trucks from town to town, but listening to that music, I think it's time I settle down. Oh, I need someone to love me, someone to love me too. Someone to share my life and chase away this blue. Beneath that Florida moon, shining bright up in the sky, feeling oh so lonesome and feeling oh so blue. I think of all those good times, wonder why they passed me by, just leaving me so lonesome and leaving me so blue. Now that band is finished playing, pack their gear and headed home. It's time I did the same. Going home, no more to roam. When I get back to Tennessee, I'm gonna settle. Gonna build myself a new life right there in my hometown, beneath that Florida moon, shining bright up in the sky, feeling oh so lonesome and feeling oh so blue. I think of all those good times, wonder why they let me down, leaving me so lonesome and leaving me so blue. Yes, leaving me so lonesome beneath this Florida.
It's just easy to come and spend the whole day, and the park is beautiful.
And we're offering transportation services to park visitors, including people with mobility issues. We can get them to wherever they want to go to enjoy the festival.
Across the water I can
waste your life, so I can be free, so I can be home, so I can tell everyone I know.
Glory, hallelujah. Glory to the God who saved my life, and I will praise you forever. I'll worship you forever. I'll give you glory, all the glory, because I am free, because I am home. I can tell everyone I know, you thought I was to die for.
Olivia Reagan Hunter is a progressive, original, independent humanitarian. This 17-year-old Florida girl has been crafting her music for 10 years. She shares her poetic sensibilities with us now.
You are a warrior. Hide behind your sword and shield. You are a fighter. You are much too strong to feel. You are a champion. High upon your carven throne. Little do you know, your heart has turned to stone, and you will only walk alone. At least you're free, free from pain. The winds are strong here, they'll blow it all away. You shed your worries and you shed your tears. The heart of a queen will know no fear. And you'll never be safe, and you'll never be seen. Given the chance, you'd kill to be queen. You are a soldier, fighting for a cause you don't believe in. What's the point of believing? I give the orders, you don't ask why. You are a captain with no ship to call your own. What should you call your own? It isn't your heart on the line. And you'll never know, you'll never understand the weight on my shoulders, the burden of command. The heart of a queen is not the heart of a man. And at least you're free, free from pain. But the winds are strong here and they're blowing me away. You have no worries, you have no fears. The heart of your queen sheds all your tears. I am a warrior, hide behind my sword and shield. I am a fighter, and I am much too strong to feel. I am a champion here upon this carven throne, and I know all too well my heart has turned to stone, and I'll only walk alone. And I'll never be safe, and I'll never be seen. And given the chance, I'd kill to leave. given the choice, who wouldn't be queen?
Hi, I'm Joe Mark, and I've been singing at the Florida Folk Festival for over 50 years. I was first invited to White Springs by cousin Thelma Bolton in 1968. I have some great memories of seeing old friends there and making music with them. I also have wonderful memories of seeing my daughters grow up there and listening to that wonderful music, and then going off and exploring the banks of the Swanee River. I'm really grateful that there are so many wonderful young musicians now, too, that are carrying on this tradition. I'd like to do a song for you now that my late partner, Michelle Lowe, and I performed many times at the Florida Folk Festival. Ship, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. Staff for inviting me to be part of this, and I just want to say see you next year, everyone. Peace and love.
Wally Dodd was a very simple-hearted man. He lived in a mud hut far outside his village, and he was a grass cutter. Every morning he got up, took his rusty scythe to where he knew the long wild grasses grew, and he would cut them and make a big bundle and put them over his shoulder, and then he would walk into town and sell them, his grass, as animal fodder. He got 30 paces for that. He would spend 10 of them for food, he would spend 10 on anything else he needed, and he would put the other 10 in the big pot under his bed. He was a happy man. He knew where he was going and what he was doing. until one night he threw those 10 paces into the pot under the bed, and they came back. And so, curiously, he pulled that pot out. It was full to overflowing, and he said, "Oh my, I'm really a rich man. What will a man like me ever do with all this money? Oh, I can't stand this." And he worried all night. And then he thought of a solution. The next morning, he poured all those pastries into a bag and took them into his friend, the jeweler. "Now take this bag of money and give me a gold bracelet, the best you can, in place of it." "Of course," said the jeweler, and he gave him a gorgeous gold bracelet, very intricately made and with jewels. It was gorgeous. Wally Dodd took that down the street to his friend, the merchant, who had big caravans running around the country. "Friend," he said, "who do you think is the noblest woman in the world?" "Why, that's easy," he said. "It's the young queen of Kaistan. Her palace is 3 days to the east, and I often stop in there when I'm on caravan." "Would you mind," said Wally Dodd, "taking her this gold bracelet?" Quite amused and wondering how he ever got it, the merchant said, "Surely I'll do that for you." And he did. He gave the bracelet to the queen, and she said, "This is lovely. I don't know any Wally Dodd, but he deserves a present in return." And she sent back a camel loaded with silks. Well, when the merchant got to Wally Dodd's hut, he said, "Oh, what will I ever do with a gift like this? I don't want it at all." And laughing, the merchant said, "Why don't you just give them away?" "Oh, well, who is the noblest man that you know?" "The young king of Nekabad, 3 days to the west." "Well, take some of these silks for yourself and take them to him as a gift from Wally." And he sent him 12 horses, his best. When the merchant got to Wally Dodd's hut, he said, "Oh, take 2 for yourself and take them to the queen." And laughing again, the merchant did. And the queen said, "Why am I getting gifts from Wally Dodd?" Well, her prime minister said, "I don't know, but you ought to send him back a gift so big that he won't send anything more." And so she sent him 10 mules loaded with silver. And of course, you know what happened. When Wally Dodd saw that, he gave 2 to the merchant and said, "Take the rest to the king of Nekabad." And that king said, "What is wrong with this man? I don't even know him." And his prime minister said, "He's trying to outdo you. You just have to send him something that is so grand, he'll give up." And so that's why that king sent 10 camels with gold ankle bracelets, 10 horses with gold bridles and stirrups, and 10 elephants with gold seats on their back, and 10 men to take care of them. Well, the merchant by this time was getting very apprehensive. Where is this all going to lead? But when he got back to Wally Dodd, who told him, "Well, just take 2 of each and give them to the queen," well, how could he resist? That was a pile of income. And so he did. And when he reached the queen, she said, "I don't know why I'm getting all these riches. And her prime minister said, you know, I think Wally Dodd wants to marry you, and that's why he's doing it. And perhaps it's time that you went to meet him to see what you think. He's certainly rich. Right. And so she got a caravan together and forced the very reluctant merchant to lead them to Wally Dodd. Well, they were on the road 3 days, and then they stopped overnight, and she sent the merchant ahead to warn Wally Dodd of their coming. Can you imagine that? Well, Wally Dodd said, I don't know what to do. I brought shame to me, to you, my dear friend, and to my town. What can I do? And the merchant said, I don't think we can do anything. The queen and her caravan will be here tomorrow. Well, the next morning, Wally Dodd got up very early. He snuck out of his hut with a knapsack on his back, and he took off down the road. He was leaving. And all of a sudden, 2 radiant ladies appeared before him. And they both said, Wally Dodd, where are you going? Oh, he said, I am so ashamed. I cannot stay. And the one radiant being, they call them Perrys there. We would call them fairies. She said, Wally Dodd, you're dressed in rags, but in your heart you are a king. And so she touched him, and his old clothes turned into beautiful silks. With a jeweled turban on his head, his rusty scythe became a scimitar. And she said, turn, go home, all will be well. He turned, and his hut had turned into a palace. He walked up the steps of the palace, and there were servants running to and fro, getting ready for his visitors. He walked bemused from room to room. They were all dressed. All these rooms were so richly outfitted. He was overwhelmed. And then all of a sudden, 3 servants rushed in. The first one said, Master, there is a caravan from the east. And the second one said, no, no, the caravan is from the west. And the third one said, there are 2 caravans, one from the east and one from the west. Wally Dodd went out and stood on his steps, and there to the east was a beautiful queen in a litter, being carried by servants, and off to his right, a handsome king mounted on a beautiful horse. He went down and went to the woman. He said, you must be the Queen of Kystan. Welcome. She said, you're Wally Dodd? And he said, yes. And she said, who is that handsome king over there? And he said, that's the young king of Nekabad. I'd like to introduce you. And he did. And this being a fairy tale, they fell instantly in love. Great was the rejoicing. And after 3 days, they were married. And they even had their honeymoon in Wally Dodd's castle. Finally, all the company was gone. The next morning, Wally Dodd snuck out of the back room of that castle, walking up the road to run away. And those 2 Perrys appeared again and said, Wally Dodd, where are you going? And he said, I should be grateful, but say no more. We know what you think, and all will be well. And the one Perry touched him, he was back in his old clothes. She said, go home. And he turned, and sure enough, the palace had been replaced by his wonderful mud hut. And life started in again. Every morning he got up, he went into where the tall grasses grow, He cut a big bundle, he took it into town. Everything was as it should be, and he lived many years. He thought often of his friends, the king and the queen. But I'm here to tell you that he was never, ever again tempted to send them a gift.
When she leaves the dam at Chattahoochee, winding in a southern flow, easy on her way, another night or day, she'll finally reach the Gulf of Mexico. Apalachicola River water in veins of our land, alligators in her swampy borders are a part of nature's plan. Give the word to protect her, call the technical sector, soften up the cry to drain the swamplands dry. Apalachicola, let her whine, Apalachicola strong in mind, Apalachicola flowing fine, Lord, Apalachicola doing time. Apalachicola River water in veins of our land, alligators in her swampy border are a part of nature's plan. Give the word to protect her, call the technical sector, soften up the cry to drain the swamplands dry. Apalachicola, let her whine, Apalachicola strong in mind, Apalachicola flowing fine, Lord, Apalachicola good time. So as we turn the page of natural history, she's winding in the southern flow, nursing in her waves, oysters in the bays. This is just a part of nature's role. Apalachicola River water in veins of our land, alligators in her swampy borders are a part of nature's plan. Give the word to protect her, call the technical sector, soften up the cry to drain the swamplands dry. Apalachicola, let her whine, Apalachicola strong in mind, Apalachicola flowing fine, Lord, Apalachicola good time, yeah, Apalachicola good time.
Will the wild orange still be blooming? Or will the hammock palm still sway? Or will the blackbird still be roaming if my true love goes away? She's slipping away, I feel her slipping away. Will Will the tall pine welcome the eagle? Or will the sand dunes wash away? Or will the Gulf tides go on changing if my true love goes away? She's slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Yeah, yeah, slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Will the coral reef continue living? Or will the panthers still survive? Or will the mangroves keep on growing? Or will my spirit be alive? She's slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Will I miss the smell of a bay tree at the early light of day? Or will the manatee swim forever if my true love goes away? She's slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Yeah, yeah, slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Will the glades be home to the Seminole? Will the river of grass still flow? Or will the white-tailed deer still wander? Or will my lifeblood run too slow? She's slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Will the water drain from all the swamps? Will the turtle cease to lay? Will my heart be torn from my chest if my true love goes away? She's slipping away. I feel her slipping away. Yeah, yeah, slipping away. I feel her slipping away.
The virtual 69th Annual Florida Folk Festival is brought to you by the Florida Park Service, the Stephen Foster Folk Cultural Center State Park, and the Stephen Foster Citizen Support Organization.
Hi, I'm Mary Z. Cox, and I love the Florida Folk Festival. I'm from Brevard and Leon County, and here are a couple tunes from the old-time mountain tradition, Shady Grove and Greasy Coat.
Standing in the door, shoes and stockings in her hand, little bare feet on the floor. Oh, Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm bound to go away. Wish I had a big fine horse, corn
Young barefoot boy walks across a plowed field. The sun is hot across the land. He dips his feet in the creek's cool waters. Between his toes, Florida sand. Florida sand, song of the ages, echo across this golden land. Black hat memories, song eternal. Florida sand, Florida sand. Orange blossoms full of hope and promise, all a part of nature's plan. Roots run deep into this good earth, deep, deep down in the Florida sand. Florida sand, song of the ages, echo across this golden land. Black hat memories, song eternal. Florida sand, Florida sand. The ocean roars and waves are crashing, moving at the Lord's command. And will songs like ocean breezes are soft and sweet as Florida sand. Florida sand, song of the ages, echo across this golden land. Black hat memories, song eternal. Florida sand, Florida sand. Black hat memories, song eternal. Florida sand, Florida sand.
All right. Ailero de Milero,
Yubala Marile,
Catalina Pitulero,
Yubala Marile,
Ailero de Milero,
Yubala Marile,
Mayagüez que fue primero,
Yubala Marile,
Ailero de Milero,
Yubala Marile,
Catalina Pitulero,
Yubala Marile,
esos negros cangrejeros,
Yubala Marile,
vienen con machete en mano,
Yubala Marile,
la juegan con cualquiera.
Yubala Marile,
Ailero de Milero,
Yubala Marile,
Catalina Pitulero,
Yubala Marile,
Mayagüez que fue primero,
Yubala Marile,
Mayagüez que fue primero,
Yubala Marile,
estos negros sí que tocan,
Yubala Marile,
esas negras sí que bailan,
Yubala Marile,
Ailero de Milero,
Yubala Marile,
Catalina Pitulero, Ailero de Milero, esos negros cangrejeros, Ailero de Milero, esos negros cangrejeros, es la bomba de los pueblos, es la historia de los pueblos, Ailero de que bailan.
Yúbala Marile.
Esos negros cangrejeros
Yúbala Marile.
vienen con machete en mano.
Yúbala Marile.
Se la juegan con cualquiera.
Yúbala Marile.
Es la historia de los pueblos. Es la historia de mis negros. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. Mayagüez que fue primero. Mayagüez que fue primero. Ailero de Milero. Ailero de Milero. Esos negros cangrejeros se la juegan con cualquiera. Se lo echo yo a cualquiera. Ese negro sí que baila. Ese negro sí que baila. Ailero de Milero. Con los negros de Santurce. Y la bomba de Loíza. Esa bomba sí que es buena. Ailero de Milero. Catarina Pitulero. Ese negro sí que baila. Esos negros sí que tocan. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. Ailero de Milero. Esos negros cangrejeros. Y Mayagüez que fue primero. Ese negro sí que baila. Esos negros cangrejeros vienen con machete en mano. Se los echo yo a cualquiera. Es la bomba de los pueblos. Es la historia de mis negros. Es la historia de la bomba. Es la historia de mis negros. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. Es la bomba de los pueblos. Es la historia de los negros. Ese negro sí que baila. Esos negros sí que tocan. Esos negros cangrejeros vienen con machete en mano. Se los echo yo a cualquiera. Esos negros sí que bailan. Esos negros sí que tocan. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. Mayagüez que fue primero. Es la historia de los pueblos. Es la historia de la bomba. Es la historia de mis negros. Es la historia de los negros. Ailero de Milero. Catarina Pitulero. Ese negro sí que baila. Ese negro sí que baila. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. Ailero de Milero. Catalina Pitulero. ¡Ah! Yúbala Marile. Bomba.
Hello, Florida Folk Festival folks. I'm missing being together with everyone just like you all are, but I'm super grateful that we can get together like this. So I hope you enjoy this song that I perform with Miss Karen Feltner. Thank you. This is an old hymn called Green Pastures.
Troubles and trials often betray those on the weary body to stray. But we shall walk beside the
You say your heart's been turned to stone.
You say you wanna be left alone.
You say love only made you weep and moan.
Well, let me tell you something that you know in your bones.
Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
You say your soul is like a dry riverbed.
Stop waiting for the water, long ago you said.
You better pray all night for the rain instead. Love comes like a tidal wave over your head.
Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. You say waiting for love just takes too long.
It dulls the sharp mind and weakens the strong.
Well, you may be right, but you may be wrong. Love can make a mountain come tumbling down. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
The river washes over every woman and man.
Feet in the gravel and mud in your hands.
Nothing can stand against
love's command. Every boulder turns into a grain of sand. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
With a distinctive voice and 12-string guitar technique, professional singer-songwriter Bob Patterson will take you on a trip through the real Florida, and it'll be filled with humor and folklore. His music will tie you to the land, to the plants and animals, to Florida's precious water, and to Florida's people. His poignant music and stories will evoke nostalgia for a way of life that's quickly fading.
Oh, talk, stretch your wings and fly into the sun. 'Cause there's a man with a chainsaw, one with a backhoe, look out for the one with a gun. Oh, talk, stretch your wings, find safety in the dark of the night. 'Cause they'll be burning your home, plundering your food, for the first of the new day's light. You'll call it a tragedy, a theft of your rights, a rape of what you hold dear. They'll call it progress, insist that they're right. They have no eyes for your tears. Old talk, stretch your wings. To turn back would bring your demise. Find sanctuary with the owl and the loon under the safety of a different sky. Old talk, stretch your wings. Take to the trail of bitter tears. Before judgment can pass, you must survive together with all of your peers. I need you, oh hawk on the wing. Without you I cannot survive. All living things must live in harmony and peace, or together we all will die. Fly into the sun. Or you must keep the faith. We must all hope and believe that the balance in nature can be won. I need you, oh hawk on the wing. Without you I cannot survive. All living things must live in harmony and peace, or together we all will die. Oh, I need you, oh hawk on the wing. Without you I cannot survive. All living things must live in harmony and peace, or together we all will die. Stretch your wings and fly into the sun.
And the wolf, he will be tamed. And the lion shall lay down. Oh,
forget. A misunderstanding, no confusion, trouble won't be, oh no, no time to divide, just one day. Healing smile. There will be peace, peace and contentment. Amen. There will be peace in the valley.
Bear and Robert are Cindy Bear and Frank Robert, an award-winning singer-songwriter duo from Jacksonville. Together, their acoustic sound has been described as a deep well of folk, blues, and Americana with a high-energy je ne sais quoi. Their catchy melodies, toe-tapping rhythms, and soulful lyrics will touch your heart in many different ways and will always leave you wanting more.
It's called Pink Roses, and I dedicate this to my Mama Suze.
Thank you, honey.
And the Eagles.
Their fragrant blossoms cold.
I was born on the Tallapoosa. The earth welcomed me among the muskogee. Learn to read and write my father's words, and my mother's ways, green corn and red earth. But the path that I trod was unsteady. Two worlds collide beneath my feet. When the red sticks dashed our hope for peace, I learned to fight, I learned to lead, and I led my people to a new land on the Apalachicola River strand. We built a home on Apalachicola at Moultrie Creek. We left our mark. We tilled the land and sowed the seed. Thought we'd found friends and roots beneath our feet. But the promises we built on were unsteady. They scattered like smoke before a storm. When the white men dashed our hope for peace, I knew the time would come to leave, and I turned our feet toward the setting sun and sought a new land to call our home. But the promises we built on were treacherous. Allies vanished like mist before a breeze. Thieves and robbers dashed our hope for peace as brothers fell like autumn leaves. 700 miles of tears we leave from the Apalachicola to the Trinity. But I found peace on the banks of the Trinity. The earth shelters my bones. The wind whispers, welcome home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mo.
Oh, boys and girls, now, under the influence of the magical potion, our aging musicians recapture their youthful exuberance, finding great joy in their surroundings, including and especially the amazing natural environment of Florida. Which brings us to chapter 4, boys and girls. It's the Florida that I love. Oh, and boys and girls, there's a footnote here too. It says this song also placed in the top 10 of the 2016 Will McLean Songwriting Contest.
People tweet.
It's the cypress that I love. It's the twinkling stars above. Wind blows through the pines that never blurs the lines of the Florida that I love. Loxahatchee in the pale moonlight, paddling up to an amazing sight. That old hoot owl's gonna take the flight o'er the sawgrass and the sand. Mornings when the tide is high, gentle winds will get me by. Palmettos spread their fans as they carry out my plans. Mornings when the tide is high, gentle winds will get me by. Palmettos spread their fans as they carry out God's plans. Or the Florida that I love, big cypress that I love so much, the shining moon above the brush, the cool winds through the pines that never blur the lines of the Florida that I love. At the morning sunrise tide, I can scarcely believe my eyes. Just another day in paradise. It's the Florida that I love.
Now, how you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, now we can go back to the story a little bit. It's better because I don't want anybody to go to sleep. So sometimes we do talking and then make everybody up again. Okay.
So you're going to follow the leader, okay?
virtual 69th Annual Florida Folk Festival is brought to you by the Florida Park Service, the Stephen Foster Folk Cultural Center State Park, and the Stephen Foster Citizen Support Organization.
It's Memorial Day weekend, where we get a chance to honor those people who stood on that thin red line. People that they've seen things, they've paid a price, they've served, they've been willing to serve and put their life on the line so that we can be here today. We never want to forget that. We always want to honor that. How they feel, what they want to say, how they express their experience is none of your business unless they want to tell you. I want to express that real sincerely. Each veteran finds a way to deal with their experience. And because of TV and movies and bang and kids with their thumbs on things, they think they're all connected to something they have absolutely no concept of. This is Davy's cornet. Davy blew cornet in a juke joint by the tracks. Till at 17 we joined the war. He volunteered to fight in France. In his shoes at 5'2", they wouldn't let him in the infantry. So he played taps for the boys each night. And at dawn, wake 'em up with reveille. No glory words or stories heard about a war to end all war. The only soldier without a gun, always the shortest one. He's the man with the brass cornet. Now Davy came back from France, put away his cornet, making babies instead of music. Never spoke of regrets. Works the union life, loves his kids and wife. Didn't talk much about the war. Just a bugler, that's all he'd say. Watch the kids in the yard as they play. Content with his life, his family, his favorite cigar. No glory words or stories heard about a war to end all war. The only soldier without a gun, always the shortest one. He's a man with the brass cornet. After he died, we gather inside, sort through his life and his dreams. The truth we all knew wasn't all that was true. What we found there changed everything. Now down in the cellar, in a box, in the dark, there's papers from the army, photographs, a Purple Heart. He spent his time on the front lines with a red cross on his sleeve. Carried the wounded through the blood and the gore. Now we know how he gave so much more. This man with the brass cornet. No glory words or stories heard about a war to end all war. The only soldier without a gun, always the shortest one. He's a man with the brass cornet. Thank you. And thank you to our veterans. A debt we can never repay.
The 7 Pounds of Bacon Band performed songs rewritten to showcase the culture of the Florida Cracker Cowman. The song Glory Trail is a mythical story of the legendary Florida Cracker Cowman, Bone Mizell. Well, way down south in the Everglades, among the cypress tops, a panther cleaned the yearling's bones and licked her thankful chops. Then who upon the scene she cried, a tripping down the trail, was Bone Mazel of sinful pride, looking for a tail. Oh, glory be to me, says he, in fame's unfading flowers. I ride my good top horse so fine. I'm the boss of the lazy nine. Goodbye, kitty cat, your hires. The panther licked her paws so brown and dreams soft dreams of veal, as Bone Mazel's rope circled down and roped around her meal. She out quick fury to the world and all the pines held back. That top horse gave a snort and whirl, the Bone took up the slack. Oh, glory be to me, says he, will hit the glory trail. No human man, as I have read, moved the raging panther's head, nor ever a horse could drag one dead, till I told this tale. Way down south in the Everglades, that top horse done his best, through whipping brush and cottonmouth, cypress head to crest. But ever when Bone turned and hoped, a lip remained to find, a red-eyed lion belly roped and healthy lope behind. Oh, glory be to me, grunts he, this glory trail is rough. Yet even till the judgment morn, I'll keep this dally round the horn, for never any hero was born to stop to holler tough. 3 sons had rode their circles home beyond the hammock rim, and turned their star herds loose to roam the prairies wet and dim. Yet up and down and round and cross, Bone pounded weak and wan, but pride still glued him to his horse, and glory drove him home. Oh, glory be to me, says Bone, he can't be drugged to death. But now I know beyond a doubt, these heroes that I read about was only fools that stuck it out till the end of mortal breath. Way down south in the Everglades, if you ever camp there at night, you'll hear a ruckus among the trees that'll lift your hair in fright. You'll see a cowman thunder by and a panther trail along, and a rider bold with his chin on high sings forth this glory song. Oh, glory be to me, says he, and to my mighty news. Oh, partner, tell my friends below, I took a raging cat and toad, and even if I didn't lay her low, I never turn her loose.
Or if you find another that you want to be your lover, please tell me so. Let me go gently when you let me go.
All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. If the gates to heaven weren't so tall, maybe we could all come in. If we break them down, it won't matter at all, then maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. Open up your door just a little more, baby, we could all come in. Get up off your couch, have a seat on the floor, and maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. Plates are full and there's enough to share, so maybe we could all come in. If we take these seeds and plant them everywhere, then maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. We are here to love one another, so maybe we could all come in. Every breath we take as sisters and brothers, so maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. All come in, baby, all come in. Maybe we could all come in. Maybe we could all come in.
One more. Yeah. I'm not holding Dale's battery against you. This is in the key of G. From the Stanley Brothers, who played music in Florida for years and years. This is on one of their more dramatic LPs. Now, when people get into the deep catalog of Stanley Brothers, they're not just singing stuff from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? So they're not just singing Man of Constant Sorrow and playing Clinton Mountain Back stuff. They're playing songs like I Know Love Is Blind, But I See Through You. They're playing songs like He Went to Sleep and the Hogs Ate Him. You think I'm joking? Those are your Stanley Brothers songs. And here's another one that's called Poison Lies. Well,
trip to one of the lacos in Haiti. We're going to salute the Igbo, where my mother came from. Igbo from West Africa. Igbo gamundo, gamundo, Igbo gamundo, la famille Igbo s'appelle. Igbo gamundo, gamundo, Igbo gamundo, la famille Igbo gamundo, Igbo gamundo, Igbo s'appelle. Igbo gamundo,
What happens when 3 of Florida Folk Festival's most beloved female artists join forces? Well, it's an awesome performance, and you don't want to miss it. Find out for yourself as Amy Carol Webb brings you a powerful message with the help of a couple of her friends that I'm sure you'll recognize.
Thank you so much. I'd like to bring out 2 friends of mine who are friends of yours. Mindy Simmons and Jeannie Fitchin. The music makes us family. If we don't know you now, we will before this weekend's out. Thank you for coming here and giving us your Saturday night. I'm going to take you with me. I hope you'll take me with you. And to all those people who make this festival happen, thousands upon thousands of hours, and people putting their backs and their hearts into making this work, please lift it up for them. You walk out, and I walk in, and another solitary day begins. Silent shimmers of your light reflect on everything within my sight, shining on me, shining on me. Quiet falls behind goodbye, and I'm left within the endless only eye. Holy echoes of your voice, chanting unison of love's rejoice, singing to me, singing to me. I am with you, even when I am without you. From afar, I feel everything about you. Be still, and you will feel my arms around you. For I am with you, even when I am without you. You grow small, moving away, and our separate lives take over one more day. Crystal colors leave a trace of your blessed fingertips upon my face. To sanctify me, you sanctify me. And I am with you, even when I am without you. From afar, I feel everything about you. Be
The Lee Boys are one of America's finest African-American sacred steel ensembles. This family group consists of 3 brothers, Alvin Lee, Derek Lee, and Keith Lee, along with their 3 nephews, Roosevelt Collier, Alvin Cordy Jr., and Earl Walker. Each member began making music at the ages of 7 and 8 in the House of God church they attended in Perrine, Florida. Born and raised in Miami, each of the Lee Boys grew up in the church where their father and grandfather, Reverend Robert E. Lee, was the pastor and a steel player himself. Sacred steel is a type of music described as an inspired, unique form of gospel music with a hard-driving, blues-based beat. The musical genre is rooted in gospel, but infused with rhythm and blues, jazz, rock, funk, hip-hop, country, and ideas from other nations.
Well, thank you for joining us for the virtual 69th Annual Florida Folk Festival. You know, the Florida Folk Festival takes place Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of each Memorial Day weekend every year. And so now join us in recognizing Memorial Day and remembering everyone who has died while serving the American Armed Forces. And we're going to do that with a song from Florida Artist Hall of Fame member Billy Dean.
The empty chair up against the bar, a cold beer and a purple heart, a picture of a soldier that I never knew. It's just another vacation day for most of us on Memorial Day, but not for that KIA and dress blues. And I got to thinking to myself, well, that's someone's brother, someone's son, a life cut short that just begun, a mono soldier, a Marine down to the core. He got the call, he did his part, but the part that breaks my heart, he has to rest in peace on some forgotten shore. And maybe I can do a little more to be an American worth dying for. Ice chest and a fishing pole, a beach blanket and my 8-year-old. He said, Dad, this is the best day of my life. I took a breath and I said a prayer. Daddy never goes over there. In that moment I felt the weight of the sacrifice. Someone's daughter, someone's son, a life cut short that just begun. I can't go back now to the man I was before. They got the call, they did their part, but the part that breaks my heart, they have to rest in peace on some forgotten shore. Maybe I can do just a little more an American worth dying for, worth dying for, worth dying for. They got the call, they did their part, but the part that breaks my heart, they have to rest in peace on some God-forsaken shore. Maybe I can do just a little more to be an American worth dying for, worth dying for, worth dying for. Empty chair up against the bar, cold beer and a purple heart. Thank you, Sergeant Ennis.